Let's see what we got. Juvenile figured out what Birdman was doing. Nobody believed
In 2001, Juvenile walked away from Cash Money Records, the label he just sold 4 million albums for. He sued them for away from Cash Money Records, the label he just sold 4 million albums.
I remember this same video. That nigga goes oily as a motherfucker. Nigga said, man, who idea was that to put all that oil on Juvenile?
He sued them for 4 million. He won 11 million. Lil Wayne stayed albums for. He sued them for 4 million. He won 11 million.
How'd that go?
Lil Wayne stayed loyal and mocked him for leaving. 14 years later, Wayne filed the exact same suit for 51 million.
Damn.
This is the story of how one rapper's exit became Cash Money's playbook. To understand why Juvenile leaving was such a massive deal, you need to look at how he got there. After briefly quitting rap, leaving was such a massive deal, you need to look at how he got there. After briefly quitting rap due to a frustrating stint with Warlock Records in 1994, Juvenile was working at a New Orleans gas plant. Fate intervened at a bus stop where he ran into Cash Money CEO Birdman and spit an impromptu freestyle that instantly won Birdman over. Juvenile quit his blue-collar job, signed with a local independent label, and quickly dominated the underground with his 1997 release, Soldier Rag. He was then positioned as the veteran anchor of the Hot Boys alongside teenage prodigies BG, Turk, and Lil Wayne. Selling 75,000 units of their debut out of the trunk of their cars proved Cash Money's incredible street level reach. If you're enjoying this breakdown so far, the video.
The deal that changed rap
forever. By 1998, major labels were desperate for the booming southern rap market, giving Cash Money massive leverage. To handle the corporate sharks, Birdman and Slim hired Wendy Day from the Rap Coalition, who negotiated a historic $30 million.
I always call her name Wendy Starr. I think that's somebody else, but yeah, Wendy Day.
Deal with Universal Music Group that completely shattered industry standards. Universal gave Cash Money. Universal.
And the crazy part, Wendy Day got No Limit Day deal first and got Bird this deal, and it was the only 2 deals ever in hip hop, and it's never been done again. And these niggas don't never give her credit. They don't never mention her. They don't ever talk about it. They always act like they did it on themselves. So I don't respect that.
Group that completely shattered industry standards. Universal gave Cash Money a $3 million upfront advance, $2 million annual. Universal gave Cash Money a $3 million upfront advance, $2 million annually for operations, and a $1.5 million recording fund per artist, while amazingly allowing the label to keep 80 to 85% of profits, 50% of their publishing, and 100% of their masters recordings. Right after signing this game change,
like I said, No Limit had got that same deal, and it was first, and they got it done by Wendy.
Deal, Juvenile dropped his legendary Manny Fresh produced album 400 Degrees, powered by massive anthems like Ha and Back That Ass Up. The album sold over 4 million copies and transformed Cash Money into global superstars.
That probably was the only album I ever really had of Juvenile's.
Universal's gamble paid off big time, but the massive influx of corporate money was about to expose the dark financial secret at the heart of the label. Money was stars. The album sold over 4 million copies and transformed Cash Money into global superstars. Universal's gamble paid off big time, but the massive
Birdman and Dean, the only 2 I ever seen with these black diamonds on the tennis chain.
Influx of corporate money was about to expose the dark
hit hard like that, so everybody wear them to be different, and I think they're more expensive. But after a while, you like, man, these bitches ain't hitting like that. I need the real diamond. Well, I need the clear diamonds, and then they could go back. But those the only 2 niggas I ever seen who rock the black
at the heart of the label.
Black diamond tennis chains.
So Cash Money's making millions upon millions of dollars. But here's the catch.
Money, man.
Birdman and Slim didn't run the label like a standard corporation. They ran it like a street level family. Birdman played the role of the father figure who rescued these guys from the project. That created an intense loyalty, but it also meant nobody was asking to look at the accounting books. Years later, loyalty played the role of the father figure who rescued these guys from the project. That created an intense loyalty, but it also meant nobody was asking to look at the accounting books. Years later, Turk from the Hot Boys explained exactly how blind they all were. He said, "We didn't worry about the details because it was such a family environment. It was protocol. We didn't think nothing of it. We didn't know about any publishing or artist royalties. I didn't know." But Juvenile wasn't a kid anymore. He'd watch.
Right, let me break it down. It's like, if I was to go start a label right now, and then I got artists under me and shit like that. They dropping music and all this type of shit, but they don't know the ins and outs. They don't know that you gotta go to BMI. They don't know that you gotta go copyright it, publish it. Do you publishing this, claim your splits, you know what I'm saying? The producer get the split, everybody on the song get a split. Like, they don't be knowing all this. Like, when I was super young, I didn't know all this. I figured out earlier, but you don't be knowing that you could get money off, well, you get money off your music, but you don't be understanding that you the one gotta go do it. Like, you gotta go sign up for your splits and shit. It's nobody else's job to go do it. You know what I'm saying? Now the label, they doing it's like a job. Like, when you have a job, the job is turning in taxes and all this type of shit. Now, if you don't do your tax, that's on you. But they did their part, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, the label been already did they publishing and all this type of shit, probably gave you the split. But if you don't ever go sign up and do your part, you ain't gonna get your split. So they gonna keep it all the way until they until you do the paperwork, I guess, and then they'll send it to you. But
his album sell 4 million copies, no better. Followed by more platinum and gold records like The G Code and Project English. Yeah, his bank account did not match the fact that he was one of the biggest rappers on the planet. So he started checking the paperwork himself. He explained later that he realized the music
sound like Q when Q was with NWA, and they was like, man, let me go check this paperwork. Nigga, check the paperwork and notice, damn, they fucking over a nigga.
Business works just like the sports business. When you put in that much work, you should be compensated for it. I'm number one on this station, so I checked the contracts and went back over the paper.
You number one on the station because they putting bread up behind it. You don't know the behind the scenes shit. Behind the scenes, there's a lot of money going into it for you to even get on the radio to be number one. Then the marketing for you to be number one. I'm putting all my money up and my bread up, so when we do start getting money, that's why I say I always respect the bird. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, put all the money up, and then when we do start getting money, I need the money that I put up. Let me get that back first. And then we all gonna split the rest. So yeah, I'm getting paid twice. So I'm getting paid for all the money I put up. I need that back. Boom. Let me get that back. That's tucked. That's what I put up. All right, boom. Now we got the rest. Now we can all split it. And then boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Now they're gonna be looking like, damn, why he getting paid the most? And bitch, I put it up. It would have never happened. We would have never got nothing if it wasn't for him. You know what I'm saying? So they gotta respect
away
it,
all
dog.
The fake family loyalty talk. When asked why he left, Juvenile put it bluntly: my reason is the same reason most artists leave their label. Money. This is where that number from the start of the video comes from. Juvenile quietly asked Birdman and Slim for $4 million to settle what they owed him in royalties. They refused, claiming they didn't owe him a dime. So he took them to court and won. As Juvie put it, they didn't pay us and we went to court. They lost in court. Simple as that. I wanted $4 million. That $4 million wound up going to $11 million.
That's because nigga must have been smart to be the first one to do it too. Said, man, like, give me my money.
Juvenile standing up to the bosses caused an absolute earthquake in New Orleans. Proved that the money was funny, the illusion was broken. Shortly after Juvenile's exit, BG packed his bags and left for the exact same reasons. Turk eventually left and filed his own $1.3 million.
Nah, Turk went to jail. Turk ain't really leave. I think Turk went to jail and then
lawsuit. Even Manny Fresh, the guy who literally produced the album's entire catalog, walked away because he wasn't getting paid. Fun fact, Cash Money even refused to pay Wendy Day, the woman who negotiated the $30 million deal, until she sued them and they handed her a check on the courthouse steps. But one person stayed behind, Lil Wayne. While everyone else recognized the financial exploitation, Lil Wayne chose to remain fiercely loyal to Birdman.
He Birdman was actually the whole time. Don't even know that nigga playing with your money.
Talked about this.
But he actually found out a long time ago. He just still stuck around because, you know, during them times when he had those dreads right there, he was talking about how he going to the Rock and this the Rock and I'm with the boy and all that type of shit. And then Hove said he went talk to Bird just to let him know, you know, I'm about to sign Shorty. And Bird said, boy, nigga sent him a lawsuit the next day. You're like, nah, it ain't happening.
On the Drink Champs podcast, admitting the breakups really hurt him. He said, when all that took place, bruh, it kind of with me because I never thought it could happen. But Birdman added that on the day the others left, Wayne came up to him and said, "Them man, I'm better than all of them together anyways."
Which he is.
With Wayne staying and the veterans leaving, this boardroom legal battle spilled right into the recording booth. In early 2002, Lil Wayne jumped on a freestyle over Cameron's Old Boy instrumental. During the track, Wayne threw some very clear subliminal shots at his former Hot Boys members. He basically implied he was glad they were gone and questioned their ability to survive without the Cash Money machine. Juvenile, who was the OG of the group, was not going to let a teenager disrespect. He hit the underground mixtape circuit and unleashed a ruthless diss track called El Ho.
I was just about to say, I don't remember Juvie really dissing Wayne per se. I know he was always dissing Birdman, but he was saying what type of nigga kiss another man, a hoe, and this and that. So he was on Wayne.
From that point on,
too.
Juvenile's music changed.
He was on
the
Wayne.
Party anthems turned into Paranoid, Grady survival tracks like In My Life and What's Happening, reflecting a guy who has seen the ugly corporate side of the music business.
They even just cry all their makeup off.
Now, after the $11 million lawsuit and the brutal diss tracks, you would think Juvenile and Cash Money would never speak again, right? Well, the music industry is a crazy place. In 2003, Cash Money was bleeding. They had lost all their core roster and needed a proven hate maker. Juvenile, being the ultimate, saw an opportunity. He knew Cash Money still had that massive universal distributing pipeline. So he negotiated a temporary reunion, signing a reported $4 million contract just to deliver one final album. That album was Juve the Great, and it was a massive success. It went platinum and gave us the legendary track Juve the Great, and it was a massive success. It went platinum and gave us the legendary tracks Slow Motion featuring Soulja Slim. That song went straight to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, the only #1 single of Juvenile's career. Having secured the bag, taking the $11 million from his lawsuit, plus the $4 million advance, Juvenile completed his contractual obligations and permanently left Cash Money.
I wanted the Juvie go through all his money, because I know he, like, I don't want to say working a regular job, but he do construction and he back with Cash Money again, and he got the podcast and shit. But before all this shit just happened, like, before the Cash Money tours and back being in the spotlight, like, he was just doing regular job nigga shit, you know what I'm saying, which is cool. But like, I wonder, did he still have millions in the bank, or was it like, I got like 1.5 left? You know
all that cash to set up his own independent infrastructure and even built a massive debt-free home in New Orleans. Though tragically, it was later destroyed by Hurricane Katrina.
Wayne, hell was crazy.
After leaving Cash Money, Juvenile successfully transitioned into an autonomous executive, scoring his first Billboard 200 #1 album with Reality Check in 2006 under a new joint venture with Atlantic Records. Meanwhile, Cash Money continued its controversial playbook, facing lawsuits for unpaid royalties from new generations of producers. The ultimate vindication for Juvenile's 2001 exit came 14 years later when Lil Wayne, the very artist who has stayed loyal and mocked Juvenile for leaving, filed a massive $51 million lawsuit against Birdman and the label. Wayne's 2015 lawsuit cited the exact same issues of unpaid royalties, withheld financial documents, and systematic exploitation that Juvenile had fought against years prior.
That must be a robot talking or something.
Juvenile's departure in 2001 was a massive turning point in hip-hop history. It was the moment artists stopped relying on the family loyalty myth and started demanding financial transparency, audit rights, and real ownership. Juvenile took on one of the most powerful empires in music, but for his worth and won. Lil Wayne mocked Juvenile for leaving, then filed the exact same suit 14 years later. Was Juvenile right all along, or did Wayne earn his loyalty test the hard way? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like this video.
I be forgetting to this day that Wayne ain't with Cash Money no more. I still be thinking like Wayne with Cash Money type shit. That what it feel like. I still feel like he on papers, but he say he independent or some shit like that. I'm surprised he ain't go to Jay-Z. Or if he, I don't know, y'all let me know Wayne's status. Like, what he at? Who he signed to? He signed to Universal by itself, or he independent? Like, how that go? And it's too late for you. Should have did all that in your prime. Did he get his masters back or what? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, y'all put it in the comments. Let me know some shit, man. Put me on game. Wayne got his masters. Hit that like button, comment, subscribe.
Do it, just do it for the